Last night, 12 people shot in just 24 hours. The first shooting happened around 11 p.m. last night at Hallwood Plaza.
People are shot execution style on the city's north side.
Yeah, watch out for the Jack boys, you know we waiting. Chilling on the block, most the house is vacant. I ain't thinking about these hoes cause I'm money chasing.
Since the early 90s, the first ward of Flint has probably been the city's most dangerous area. Shootings, murders, and a lot of gang violence. Today we're gonna start with Selby Hood and the whole Woolhall dispute, right? Because Selby Hood, they were in control of every block from, I say, Stewart to Pearson Road, from Fleming Road to like damn near up towards like Clio area, you know what I'm saying? They was predominantly vice lords and bloods, right? But for the most part, the niggas I met, they was vice lords, you know what I'm saying? I met dudes who was traveler vice lords from over there, and I met some dudes who was like mafia insane vice lords. The younger dudes, you know what I'm saying, they be bloods, you feel me? But anyway, just know it's a red zone over there, bro, for real. But not so much today like it was back in the 90s and early 2000s, you know what I'm saying? Mainly because most of the young dudes in Flint not really claiming hoods no more. They meeting at school and creating their own little sets and groups, you feel what I'm saying? So everything is all over the place for real. No solid structure or foundation, man. Back then, most niggas had territory because everybody was trying to get some money. And Selby was one of them areas where they was playing with a bag, you feel me? You had guys like Bagman, Key, you know what I'm saying? Zoe, Doughboy, Monty, you know what I'm saying? That was really prominent during the early 2000s. We talking faces from over there, man. Around the early days, you couldn't even walk through Selby. They was beefing with the GDs over in Merle Hood, the dudes over in Gundry, them boys from Woolhall Street, you know what I'm saying? Who in the early 2000s was laying some real belt around the city, man. Them Woolhall boys, them Woolhall niggas was laying some belt, man. And the Woolhall dudes kind of separated, well, not kind of, they separated themselves from Selby Hood, you feel me, and started an all-out war because Woolhall Street is technically in Selby Hood, which was referred to as the island due to them being surrounded by GD neighborhoods. They would call themselves the island, you know what I'm saying, before dropping the name, called themselves YSB or Young Selby Boys or just Selby Hood, you know what I'm saying. The Woolhall dudes would keep the Island Boy name, you know what I'm saying, due to them beefing with almost every other hood on the motherfucking north side, you feel me, except for a couple. But at one point, you know what I'm saying, their main beef was with Selby because they all in the same vicinity, man, using the same stores and the same gas stations. And that was a recipe for disaster. One of the incidents that really set off a violent chain of events was the broad day murder of DeMonte Counts, who was only 22 years old at the time and was from the Selby Hood area, known by friends as Doughboy Monty.
Niggas quick to catch the body when they off them pills. Rest in peace, Doughboy Monty, that nigga was real.
Him and another member from Selby Hood by the name of Keontae Sadler, aka Bandman Key, known for being a hustler, you know what I'm saying, an outstanding member from over there in Selby Hood, was walking to the corner store on October 8th, 2008 at around 5:30 when they ran into Woolhall member Terry Benjamin, aka Turtle, who is the brother of famous Flint rapper BFB Pac-Man, you know what I'm saying? That's who Pac-Man be talking about, you feel me? But I think Pac-Man from Selby Hood, I don't even think he claimed a hood or none of that, bro. I don't think he even involved in none of that, you know what I'm saying? But that's who BFB Pac-Man be talking about when he say my brother caught another body and he told his mama about whatever, blah, 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 you know what I'm saying? That's who he talking about. He talking about Woolhall Turtle, you feel me? Bro used to be, you know what I'm saying, allegedly used to be, you know what I'm saying, busting his gun back in the day.
Fuck shooting for a frown, trying to lay a nigga up. Hit you all in your face, leave your scalp in your trunk. Pick your mans up, bitch, I don't know, pick one. They done let me get some money, now I'm feeling like the one.
And really, it ain't like they had a choice. Like I told you, they basically share a hood with their ops, man. They got one street dividing them, you feel me? So even if it's out of fear, you're gonna have to blow your pipe on them if you want to survive, right? But anyway, Doughboy, Monty, and Key is walking to the store and they run into Turtle. So they going back and forth, disrespecting each other or whatnot, whatever, blase split, until Bagman Key go to reaching as if he was about to pull out a gun, which caused Terry Benjamin to pull his gun and open fire on the two, killing Doughboy Monty. And this was sent shockwaves through the city. Doughboy Monty was loved all over the north side. And this caused a lot of other hoods to turn their attention on the Woolhall boys as well, you feel me? But like I said, they occupied one street, man. And it was only like 10 or 11 of these niggas, man. So catching up to them was damn near impossible. They moved around quiet, militant. They was one of the first groups in the city with mostly like teenagers. You feel what I'm saying? Who was popping out and dropping shit for real. And this was because they had a real bag behind them due to their older homies, you know what I'm saying, hustling and moving bricks back in the day and putting them in position to have some of the best guns and four-wheelers and dirt bikes and cars and all type of shit, you feel me? My big bro told me about how they used to come through Merle Hood shooting on four-wheelers, you feel me, and dirt bikes, hanging off the back of them motherfuckers with Tex and Mac 11s tripping, you feel me? And them boys from Merle was some real smackers back in the day, you feel me? So for them niggas to be coming through there like that, they had to be stepping, man. But we'll get into the whole Woolhall when they got into it with Merle. We'll get into that, you know what I'm saying? That's probably later in the documentary. But we got to get into these transcripts, these documents. Y'all know how I do it, man. Everything must be documented. Y'all talking about, you ain't got the story right. It ain't facts. Well, tell niggas to go. Y'all tell the police the facts then. So when they write out the transcripts and type everything up and put it on Google and these different sites, I had a story right because I'm just reading off of documents from local and federal law enforcement. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people inbox me with shit that's only the streets know, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all steady in the inbox bringing up CC and what Snoop did and wrong. A lot of these dudes didn't get caught up on no bees, bro, no bodies and none of that. So y'all tell the real story about this and that. Bro, I'm telling what's documented. So be happy. And yeah, I get a lot of hate. I see it's a lot of hate on the book, you know what I'm saying? But them the little broke niggas, bro. They ain't really got no emotion or nothing going on, bro. But I do want to acknowledge all the support that I get from the city, bro, because it's a lot of people messaging me, telling me to keep pushing. They fuck with what I'm doing, bro. They know a lot of the real OG niggas tapping in, want to do interviews. They fucking with me, bro. They know that I'm reading off documents. Nigga, I could really do some hearsay and shit that we only know in the streets and really be getting niggas caught up. But yeah, he gonna give niggas a RICO and bro, everything is on paper, bro. Don't nobody want to come RICO these little broke ass niggas, man. But anyway, bro, let's get back to the content.
Petty, but I'm still finna shit my young nigga 15, he is still probably a big homie. Police on my ass, but I still got the blick on me. I just got me a new Glock with a switch on it, and I'm quick to use this bitch, so don't switch on me.
Because like I said, the Woolhall dudes was applying some real pressure, because another murder happened in 2008 as well, when Melvin Napier was shot and killed in May. He was a former member of the Selby Hood gang before choosing to change his life around, getting into politics and music. He also was running for mayor and wanted to desperately clean up the neighborhood. You get what I'm saying? Basically straighten up the community. And that was basically his plans before he was killed. According to Alex Johnson's testimony, Melvin Napier was murdered in broad daylight by the Woolhall gang. It was said that Melvin would attempt to go over on Woolhall to talk and possibly squash what was going on. Because like I said, they really the same hood for real. So it only made sense, right? But common sense ain't so common in these streets, man, as y'all can see. But Melvin would get sucker punched by one of the members before a big fight broke out. And Melvin Napier would be shot at close range and would attempt to run back across Flint Road into Selby Hood. Witnesses would state that a car full of men chased him off of Woolhall Street, and they would see masked men firing shots from a green sedan, hitting Melvin in his back and once in the head, leaving him in the field on Fleming and Kniff before fleeing southbound. The shooters, they were never identified. They know it's someone from Woolhall. It's saying this in the damn shit. But they never got a tip or a description of the suspect they could really use, you feel me? But they definitely knew them boys were smacking shit, man. How did they know? Niggas was telling. You get what I'm saying? They just had no proof for real. It was all he say, she say. And people were not willing to really get on the stand and testify to what they were saying. You know what I'm saying? To the police behind closed doors. Now, this dude, Alex Johnson, was a different story because he told everything, bro. He say them boys were trying to put the leather belt to everybody from Selby. According to him, he had been receiving calls late at night, you know what I'm saying, early in the morning from the Woolhall dudes. And they was basically telling him like he was next and that they was going to smoke everybody from his hood. Hearing this, he would call himself going to Woolhall Street or basically the Woolhall area to holler at one of the older dudes from over there whose son was a member of the Woolhall gang as well. So he felt as if he was safe, which didn't really make sense because his friend was just took out a week ago trying to go talk to these dudes. Now, in these documents, they say he went into Woolhall area, but it's technically he pulled up on Kermit Street. You get what I'm saying? AKA, that's like K Block. You feel me? They call it K Block over there, which was mostly occupied by like a crew called $, you know what I'm saying? DSG, you feel me? Or they just call themselves K Block niggas, you feel me? For short. Or, you know, either one, they could be either, they just claim in K Block or they came in DSG. They all be in that area up at the mini mart, at the store, you feel me? Most of the DSG dudes, you feel me? Mostly all them dudes was GDs, you feel me? And due to them being mainly older, hustler type dudes, and they was rapping back in the day, I fuck with a lot of them niggas, you feel me? Anio, Chuck Steve was from over there, Keon, RIP, man, Real Faces, bro. You know what I'm saying? D-Boy. We talking real faces from over there, bro. We talking Dakova, you know what I'm saying? Cal D. We talking about niggas that'll really get up, get right up with you, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, like I said, due to them mainly being like hustler type dudes, they kept it like a neutral area, bro. You know what I'm saying? Kind of. Because they wasn't beefing and they ain't fuck with all of the other hoods, you know what I'm saying? They ain't really beef with everybody. So you would have Merle dudes over there, Selby hood dudes over there, Woolhall dudes, Gundry niggas. Everybody be, you know what I'm saying? You can see any and everybody up at Mini Mart or on Kermit, you know what I'm saying? Fucking with the $, niggas or the K Block niggas or, you know what I'm saying? And one day, this silly man, right? This is documented. Alex Johnson decided to pull up on Kermit Street. This is a week after they just smoked his mans, bro. They just fapped his mans down, bro. This nigga goofy, bro. Anyway, he stated that he didn't think his life was in danger after Melvin Napier was killed. But if he didn't think his life was in danger, why was he over there trying to stop the beef? I don't really get it, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, he stated that he pulled up on K Block in his Thunderbird. And as he talked to the older Woolhall member, masked men would pull up in a car, you know what I'm saying, and would fire shots into his vehicle, spraying the car with bullets. He going to state that he got down on the floor and jumped out the vehicle on the driver's side and took off running across Pearson and Fleming Road back into Selby Hood area. You know what I'm saying? But will be back once the police came on the scene. You feel what I'm saying? And yes, he told him everything. You feel what I'm saying? That nigga took off on the yard and came back for his car when the Jakes was on the scene. You feel me? And told them what happened. But one thing I can say, you know what I'm saying? He never identified none of these niggas, bro. You know what I'm saying? Never pointed none of the shooters out. So I don't want to go too hard on him snitching. He kind of like halfway snitch. You know what I'm saying? He kind of halfway told. Kind of like how Lil Woody did it. You know, he told, but he ain't tell everything. He ain't, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, because listen though, them boys was on his bumper. You feel me? He would state that he had to move out of Selby Hood area, bro, because they were sliding looking for him every day, every night. Him and other Selby Hood members would be targeted again, you feel me, on August 13th, 2008, when him and a friend from the area by the name of James Fuller would be riding in a minivan and decide to pull up to the gas station in the hood. Ultimate loose activity, just loafing for no reason. All this nigga did is lack. Through all of this paperwork, this nigga just was lacking, bro, the whole time, bro. Loafing. Loose as hell through the city, bro, about to get murdered.
This was my dog, he was in my left titty. Screen Selby hood, rode under the fire with me. Found out he was a rat, he wasn't ready to ride with me. So he stabbed me in my back so you won't have to do no time with me, man.
Because like I told you, bro, they damn near in the same hood, bro. You feel me? Everybody used the same stores and gas stations in that area. Like I said, you got DSG, Gundry, Woolhall, K-Block, Selby. All these hoods are in the same little area, bro. You feel me? Everybody know everybody. So if you beefing, you gotta move real militant. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be out here loose as hell like Alex Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Because you will get fapped down and stood over, man. They will stand over you out here, bro. Real shit.
Creep late night, bitch, I like to surprise on niggas. Understand the only time the fall is up in 5. Why the fuck this bitch acting like Shane with the other side? Think about it, house shooting, that's how your brother died? Man, this nigga caught a head tap through the fucking blinds.
But anyway, right, it states that while he was sitting in the van, you know what I'm saying, a car would pull up and shots would go off. Automatic gunfire, spraying the van up, bro. You know what I'm saying, hitting his friend James Fuller in the neck. Reports state that they would fire like 27 shots before fleeing the scene. Alex Johnson would tell police he didn't think the Woolhall dudes were targeting him specifically. He felt like they were just trying to hit anybody from Selby Hood that day. That's why the van had most likely been targeted. They knew Selby Hood dudes drove that van. And listen, I'm not trying to down Selby, like they were just getting a belt. You know what I'm saying? They kind of getting a belt. But I can only speak on what's documented. I can't go off street rumors and everything y'all saying, you know what I'm saying, blah, 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 in the inbox, the real story, whatever. Y'all want me to talk about stuff that is not documented. Talking about this is what's really happened. Tell the real story. I was there when it happened. Then go tell the police what really happened. Because according to y'all, everything that they got in the transcripts is wrong. You feel what I'm saying? The only case I can find about Selby Hood basically committing a homicide is when Bagman Key and his brother supposedly shot and killed Luciano from Merle Hood up at the mini mart. And then this nigga fled to Arizona because not only was he caught on camera fapping somebody down, you know what I'm saying? So the police was looking for the red Charger. That's all they was talking about, the red Charger the niggas pulled off in, you feel me? That they seen fleeing the area. The Merle Hood dudes was on his bumper as well. Because back when I lived on Race, you know what I'm saying? I lived across the street from Shelly and Wayne. You know what I'm saying? They was like brothers and sisters. I think Shelly got a baby by Louis Ray too. I don't know. But anyway, I lived across the street from Shelly and Wayne, bro. Before I moved over in Gundry. And Luciano, Rome, Snoop, all them dudes was real faces over there. You know what I'm saying? They was gonna eventually catch up to Key ass, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like them niggas, he was a real face from over there.
Whatever they want to do it, man. This shit, man. This a motherfucking Merle Hood president, cuz. Luciano Corleone. Boy.
I got some dollars.
Hey, Dig, I heard some shit here said, man, about some of freestyle shit, man. Come on, man, kill it, dog. What club? What's next? JB's, Beavers, shit. Hammer drop. What the fuck you want to do with that, nigga?
We can
It don't matter.
Hey, I got the
matter.
this just
don't matter. This real
more
street
money
shit
where
over
this
here.
shit come from. I got the stacks on deck. We can go in the club. Nah. Let's do it.
We can open the club up right now. If you don't want no crowd, we can do it right now.
I'm an actor. My man, get
Hey, real talk, we can do it for a couple of stacks. All that shit, all that YouTube, this YouTube and shit. We in the hood right now, we doing what we do, so y'all keep that bullshit to your motherfucking self. But put your money up on your motherfucking mouth. And we can crack this shit off. I've been in retirement.
Them niggas was not to be played with at all, bro. Them boys was definitely some real steppers back then, especially in the early 2000s, you know what I'm saying? But they would eventually catch up to Key, and he would be extradited back to Michigan. You know what I'm saying? I'm not all the way sure, but I think bro got like manslaughter or something, because documents say that Luciano had a strap on him when he was killed. You know what I'm saying? But all this shit happened way later on. When I'm talking about the Woolhall and Selby shit, this was in like 2008. This shit happened later when when Key and his brother supposedly killed Luciano, this shit says this shit happened in 2014. You know what I'm saying? So this was way later. The Woolhall dudes has already been dismantled. Niggas that been indicted, locked up, all type of shit. You feel me? I was still in prison around 2014. Shit, I got locked up in 2009. Shit, I ain't get out to damn near 2017 for laying that belt on the motherfucker. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, man, they made me do a light 7-piece. You feel me? I felt like I was too hard, too tough, too gangster. You know what I'm saying? Running around, shooting and robbing. Like I was immune to karma and the consequences. You feel me? That prison shit knocked all the goofy up out of me though. You know what I'm saying? That's facts. I went, got an education when I got out, and now I got a bag, a nice bag too. You feel what I'm saying? And it's only gonna get nicer because I'm moving out of righteousness, man. I could be on here exposing people for real, because motherfuckers done wrote statements, got freaky charges, all type of stuff I done came across on some of y'all paperwork, bro. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? It's people trying to expose y'all in my inbox, sending shit like, bro, that ain't what I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who told, who telling, none of that. Because I'm not in the streets. I'm way out in the fucking suburbs, far removed from the hood. That's what's important to y'all for real. That snitching, who telling, who doing it, all that. That's that ghetto mentality that y'all motherfuckers is stuck in, man. You need to be worried about getting a bag, bro, and getting out of the conditions that y'all in instead of continuing this satanic cycle for real. But hey, I ain't here to preach. I don't give a fuck. Let's get back to the story, man. Because in 2008, the Woolhall dudes were going to click up with another gang known as Block Boys or Dream Team. You know what I'm saying? Black Dynasty, whatever you want to call them. Who were basically from the east and south side of Flint. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, they had to because they were outnumbered. They had started beefing with the dudes from Merle who had clicked up with the dudes from Gundry Hood area. You know what I'm saying? Creating mob up. And around this time, social media was coming into play. So diss songs would be getting to spill out into the streets, fueling the beef. You know what I'm saying?
Bitch, we trying to move patch. No Teflon, just 40 cows and my goose dressed in all black. Waiting to watch and make a false move and you gon' get wet.
Which led to motherfuckers getting fapped down, multiple shootings. You know what I'm saying? You had the Circle Boys. You had another group called RLSG. You feel me? Which stood for Real Life Street Goons. Really pushing the rap on the Merle and Gundry side. You know what I'm saying? Dudes like P-Child, Sequel, A-Shift, Mizo, Ruger, KD, you know what I'm saying? Keto, you know what I'm saying? All them boys was hot around this time. Y'all know the city was lit. Y'all remember that? Skate Land, all that, bro. This before Moot got killed. Oh, man, come on, bro. But we gonna get into all that history in the next video, man. I can go for an hour for real, because Lord knows we got so much more to talk about. So make sure y'all subscribe, hit that like button, follow me at Midwest Rumors on Facebook, man. And this your boy. I'm out.
Damn, man. Hey, though. I remember last summer in the summertime, I was right here, nigga, sit on the porch, whole ass nigga rode out the street. All I see was P-Child. Pop, 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 pop. Niggas almost crashed into the tree. That shit was funny, dog.
The real niggas in the buck love me. You can ask, I'm a real street legend. I ain't never got my ass ate. You niggas weird as fuck.